live. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back. So this past week, Trenton James and I celebrated our 2-year wedding anniversary.
In style.
And our 2-year welcome to Georgia anniversary too, because I mean more I was like, we tried to plan a big wedding. I didn't really want to. And so we ended up doing a grand caravan to the state of Georgia, in which we also got married. So it was kind of a hectic. It really was not that stressful. It sounds way more stressful than it was, I think.
I only did like half the trip, so
Yeah.
I was.
Because we started in Colorado, moved my parents to northern Colorado, moved us from Kansas to Georgia on like a Thursday, got married on Tuesday, and then I started my first full-time job and was also taking summer classes, which one of them I didn't end up doing because I decided to do too many summer classes. Anywho, but I thought it was a great idea. I think it was perfect. But I could just be
I
biased.
think some people may have said it was just kind of a lot.
Yeah. But I think it worked great. So, anywho, that leads me to my first question for you, Trenton James. Looking back to 2 years ago, what is your favorite memory from that day?
I just know like our like whole like wedding day, it just went by like super fast. I know like I got up in the morning, which I actually slept a lot better than I thought I would.
You thought you'd be all nervy?
Yeah.
But I wanted to have this ceremony early in the morning because I was like, I want to spend the whole day with each other. I don't want to be like, oh, let's get married at 5 p.m. and then we are not seeing each other until 5 when we're having a wedding with 20 people.
I know, like, we had our first look or whatever. That was fun.
That was fun.
And then,
and you kind of teared up there, which to me was like, I'd only seen you kind of tear up once, and that was when you found out Bear died.
Yeah.
And so you teared up then, and you teared up as we said goodbye to your parents. And so you cried like more in those like 2-day span than I'd ever seen you cry. So
yeah. Yeah, I did cry quite a bit that day. Now,
and you said you cried when you talked to your mom too that morning or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I slept on a couch in like the Airbnb like the night before. Just with like all the arrangements or whatever. So really balled out there.
That's really hateful.
And then I think we drove over, and I mean we got married in a it was a square? Is that what they called like the little things? But
a little park, pretty much. That we picked out the day before.
And it rained for part of the day, but it was just like kind of overcast or whatever, so it was pretty cool. I know the night before we took Holly on a run.
Yeah.
And she hated it. She was just dragging behind.
She was like, "It is so hot here. What the heck are we doing?" It was
pretty humid too.
Okay, I feel like you're not getting to like your favorite memory or like memories.
I'm looking back on the day.
You're just looking back on the day.
Okay. Well, there's like a lot of parts like I really enjoyed, like just like the whole ceremony. Like it was quick, it was tiny, which was nice. Like I just the like intimate setting of the day. Like I know we've gone to a couple weddings, and it just can be like overwhelming. And, like how many people. But we were able to like see and talk to everybody. I know one of my favorite parts of the day is we got 2 wedding cakes.
Yes.
We got a gluten-free cake and a funfetti cake that was supposed to have
oh my gosh,
strawberry
we need to go to Savannah, order a wedding cake that has your strawberry filling in it.
It didn't come with the strawberry filling, which
the drama.
Yeah. Unacceptable. I was pretty sad, but like I enjoyed just like the cake cutting and just everyone being inside there. And then I also enjoyed how much my dad had just disdain for the gluten-free cake. Which, like, you know, the gluten-free stuff, like, my family hadn't really
had a ton of
done a part of a lot, but I mean, at that point, I was pretty used to some, like, gluten-free bread and everything with you and your family.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the dinner was just a lot of fun. Everyone just being around the table, and that was a good time.
Yeah.
And then I think we walked out and
went to like the little beach on Hilton Head with the sunset and everything.
That was nice.
Yeah. I think my favorite parts, so we got up really early to get ready, and that was really fun, and just like being there with my mom and sisters. The other part that comes to mind is like we had like a hiatus, like after we took off pictures where we all just changed and people went and took naps or whatever, and we just chilled in the room and in the Airbnb my parents had rented, so we had like a space where we could all gather, and we're just chilling and drinking coffee, and I don't know, it was just like so chill because it divided up the day and just where you got like 2 different like events in a day, and so it made it really fun. And just sitting there, and we were like laughing or whatever, sitting in by that kitchen area, and then it was also fun that just you and I driving up to Hilton Head from Savannah, and we were talking, and then we found out like when we were halfway there that my parents had lost their keys to their car.
That was great.
And we were halfway there, and it was just slightly chaotic for a second there. I mean, I wasn't stressed about it, but it was just like, interesting. And then that night was fun just because like we got done and we just were able to talk for a while and stayed up kind of late talking. And another thing that comes to mind is just us 2 going out and taking pictures and our moms being there. That was also a lot of fun.
Yeah, the pictures were fun. I enjoyed like everyone on like the tour buses and everything. Just oh my gosh, she's in her wedding dress kind of thing.
Yeah.
They were all happy and excited. I mean, I know that you hate like
I do
having like
attention
people watching you.
Yeah.
So like everyone just like cheering and yelling was great.
You know, that was the one thing about having a wedding out in the open, I guess, is cool. But we did have it early enough where it wasn't like peak tourism times and during the day, so we did.
It started raining like right after the ceremony.
Yes.
So that was,
you
know.
And I just loved the quaintness of it, just because we did get to talk with like everyone. Like I could just sit down with my grandparents who were there and chat with them, and then we went up to Charleston with them afterwards and just got lots of time with them and my family and your family. It just was
my first Airbnb that I picked out for us.
Yeah, you got an F- on that. But no offense, Megan, just putting it out there, but like as she's planning her wedding,
which is in like what, a month? Almost exactly.
Yeah. Our anniversaries will be almost exactly a month apart, minus a day. She's getting married on the 21st. But anywho, as she plans it, I was like, anytime I'm like, God, we should have had a big wedding. I just need to be around someone that's planning a wedding and be like, okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's a lot. Because, like, I don't think there was, like, literally the most stressful part was my parents couldn't find their keys. And the nice thing is nowadays there are Ubers. Granted, it costs a lot. But they were able to get there. And that was, like, the most chaotic part of the day. Like, no other part was I felt like most people, like, no one was, like, frantic or stressed. Or
maybe, like, I think we didn't get, like the full set of, like, photos or photo time just because of the rain. But that was...
But I really was not stressed about that.
Yeah.
So for the next question, how have, I guess, I changed the most in the past 2 years from being such a married woman?
Ooh. Gosh. I feel like I would like consider us like pretty young when we got married.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I joke about it. I'm like, what, 14 months older? 18, right?
Mm-hmm. Almost exactly a year and a half.
Okay. But you were still in school and like finishing up your master's, so just coming out of like college athletics and everything, I think that you've become much more expressive on kind of what you want and like less so focused on like what people expect of you.
Mm-hmm.
You're much more willing to give your opinion and voice, and just also coming along in like terms of like your, I guess, hobbies. Just because like when we were like moving, like you're pretty fitness obsessed, like spending hours in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Would you call it like an obsession?
Yeah.
But I think like shifting that and finding happiness in other aspects. Like now, I think what you're on like book 26 this year.
Mm-hmm. Learning a lot about World War II right now.
Yeah, sure. We've been on a history kick, so we've been watching some World War II movies, and she's been reading.
Trent the other day tells me, quote, "You're like a 36-year-old man."
Yeah, just becoming obsessed with World
I
War
was like,
II.
I'm just learning about it. Calm down.
So,
and then I was like, and why is this a man thing?
yeah.
Like, excuse you. History is good for everyone. Thanks so much. Welcome to my TED Talk.
Yeah. I think we've ended like the last 4 days at night talking, you telling me something interesting about Churchill or
Just the war in
Yeah.
general. It's surreal that happened. Like, genuinely surreal. I cannot imagine.
yeah. And
Now,
then
yesterday's was about the sex life that was happening during that time in
the
London.
British.
Yeah, just because I don't think life felt short, and you could like you felt the quickness, and so it just like rules were like, well, I mean,
They all thought they were gonna die.
yeah.
And then I know like we're like super off topic, but the book I started reading, like I thought it was gonna be like kind of like a fictionalized like version of Auschwitz, and it's turning into like a concentration camp love story kind of thing.
So we're both learning our own things.
Yeah. Mine may be a little less realistic than I thought it was gonna be when I started the book, but I'm over 50% done, so I think I have to finish.
Okay. I'm going to answer the question, what's something I think that's changed the most about you? I'm going to do it since we've been dating, so that's like our 5-year anniversary, so, you know. But
that's coming up because we had our first like official date July 1st.
Yep.
Which 7/1.
Yeah.
Had to pick an easy day to remember.
Yeah.
I got my first speeding ticket that day. I'm very sad about.
I'm an expensive girl to like. What can I say?
Way too expensive.
But I feel like you've become so much more vocal, and it's still something I want you to become. Feel more entitled to a voice, I guess, but that you're no longer allowing your opinion to be molded by others. And I think you've always had this part where you have an opinion and you want to fight back, but there was also this like people pleasing side, I feel like especially when it came to me, it was just like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
I
right.
definitely
Yes.
did do that. And I do it for a lot of people. I think
Yeah.
I like to keep the peace.
Yes. And you also have a lot of FOMO. And so I
Yeah.
think you're just like, you don't want to miss out anything because you caused someone, you created a resistance, you
Yeah.
know? And I think our first year of marriage was a lot of like learning that and learning like, okay, your opinion is very valuable when it's the both of us, because it's both of our lives. And as much as I always think I'm right, that's not always the case. And so I needed you to like step in and be like, hey, yeah, this is a great opportunity, but maybe not at this moment. And making sure that you know that your opinion does matter, and also stating your opinion and using words more than your 3 favorite words, which are, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah,
know, like,
yeah, yeah.
certainly, I
Okay.
think, like, within our relationship, you are the dreamer. Where I don't know if this is like the right term, but I will like have to like talk you off the edge sometimes in
Yes.
terms of
Like,
like crazy plans.
well, but it's a good for me because I don't think you used to do that. And you're like, now you're like, that's unrealistic. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Like, take it back a notch. And then sometimes I get mad at you, and that's something we're still learning is like, I'm still going to fight you back and be like, you're wrong. I can actually do this. And you're like, okay. But like, is that the best though?
Yeah. I think something you've gotten better at, certainly over these 2 years, is you know, it's okay to lose an argument. Would you agree?
Yes. I think it's more just like accepting that I might be wrong. Okay, we're not gonna put wrong because I don't like that word. That
I think we're both
my
right, but sometimes it's worth letting the
listening,
other person's idea be used.
yes, that like realizing that the other person's opinion does have value, especially when it comes to a married relationship. Like, if we decide to move or change jobs or whatever it may be, like it affects us both, and both of our opinions do matter.
Yeah.
No matter how passionate I feel about a topic, like we both have to have a say, and I have to like fully listen and want to listen, not just like be like, oh yeah, what are your thoughts? Like just
Yeah.
for the purpose of being like, well, I asked him, and really, because sometimes I think, especially early on, you didn't want to express it, so forcing myself to pry what you actually think out of you, even though, I didn't want to hear it, knowing that in the end, that's what we need is both of our opinions, and that yours does matter.
Yeah, I do think I did that a lot. Just like, oh yeah, maybe. Okay, I guess we're doing that. But you've really learned like, it can be fun to say like, I told you so. If you let me do my thing.
Yeah. And like I'm even learning that like in the car, because like today we were in a car, and sometimes I feel like you should be in a different lane or something, and I'm like, I just don't agree with your choices. And today I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, worst case, like the other day, you don't get in the lane soon enough and we have to take a lap. Like, it's not the end of the world. Life still goes on.
Yeah.
We lose a couple minutes.
Now I
But
will say, like, 2 weeks ago, there's a lot of construction going on. Apparently, the suburb we moved to is just famous for always having traffic.
and road work.
Construction.
Always.
And gosh, we've been here like 13 months, and the same stuff has been getting worked on.
Yeah.
So,
It's a long process.
but this road, they moved. I guess they did make progress because they moved the exit or like construction detour exit. And I missed it like 2 weeks ago, and then it probably added like 15 minutes to our drive.
And did I not warn you beforehand? I was
Yeah,
like,
you did.
hey,
It
I've
just
missed this
it
exit.
came up really quick,
Make sure
and
like
then
you're paying attention. And I was like, there's the exit. There's the exit. There is the exit. And you just went. But Google is saying, and I was like, well.
Now Google Maps had me going about probably 100 feet more in taking maybe the previous one. And I'm okay missing exits. I know most people in Atlanta are not, but to me, it's not worth, cutting someone off.
This exit, like if you miss this one exit to our place, the next exit is not till the next
It's like 5 miles.
City.
It was during traffic.
It's down there. Like you're not speeding your way back. No. You're not taking the next exit. You've got to go all the way down.
Yeah. So, the other day when we were driving, you were like, hey, just don't miss this. Like, traffic's too bad. We're going to be here forever. But yeah, we were driving yesterday, and I think there were some lanes you wanted me to be in, and you kept quiet. So,
yeah, I'm
I
trying
appreciate
to
that.
be like, you can drive.
I usually don't say anything when you're driving. I try not to, but I know like I do. I just when you're cooking.
Oh yeah.
I micromanage pretty hard.
Did you not do that enough? I don't think you added enough salt. Like I've cooked before. Calm down. I know how to cook chicken. Like
wait, you were making pasta yesterday.
Oh my god.
And you had the water, but I didn't salt the pasta, but I set the salt next to the pot, and you ended up putting salt in there. So I was
but
like,
I would
yes,
like
okay.
the world to know that like prior to us being together, this dude did not cook, did not bake. I cooked and baked a lot as a child. Like I've got experience, but he doesn't believe that that's. We've got a storm coming in. Apologies.
Might be a big storm.
Might be a big storm. And so you just are like, I'm the expert. I've watched the YouTube videos. And I'm like, calm down. I know how to cook and bake. I can make waffles. Just say.
We'll see. You get experimental on your pancake and waffle batter.
What's up, man?
All right.
The storm is really coming in because Beasley's getting nervous.
Yeah, he does not like thunderstorms. Okay. Well, let's try and wrap this up. I know something we had talked about is just, what we want out of this is just to kind of be able to like look back at.
You're gonna get your breath in the mic, man. Sorry if it's noisy.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But we just wanted to be able to look back at these episodes in, a year, a couple years, and just currently like in the moment, like how are you feeling, or like what's like really stood out to you as just kind of stuff we enjoyed. Because like this is like off topic, but like a lot of the history stuff that you've been reading about, or just like anything, all these autobiographies, they're all from like journals and stuff. And like, I know I don't do it. I know you slightly do it as far as journaling.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think people like journal. So like all of these like little information is just going to be kind of lost. Like, I mean, you'll have like Instagram posts.
Have, like, pictures instead of like the thoughts
kind of going on behind.
The drama, Beasley. It's all that grass.
All right, this is going to be interesting to edit out.
I think you should keep it. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I think how we were going to end this is
just kind of like in this current moment, some of our favorite things about each other. I know what I've really appreciated over the last, like, you started this daily workout challenge, which has helped me tremendously in just like getting out and being active. Like, I know I've put it off till like the end of the day. It's like, oh, okay, like I gotta go do this, you know. And it's nice to have like the checks. And I know we've done crazy challenges before. Like, what was that, like 70 too hard? Is that what it's called?
75.
75. Yeah. But like, to me, I think that was just like way too much of a step.
Yeah.
On like the extreme, like, what is it, like a
2
gallon of water
workouts
a
a
day?
day, a gallon of water,
Yeah.
read 10 pages.
But it's just been like an easy introduction into more like daily fitness, and like you've taken on just a role to like add to like a routine, and just your I can't, like, dedication to doing like daily stuff has just been like super impactful, and like you make a like big mission to do it every day. So I've really appreciated that.
I would say mine to you. One, cannot go without saying that I just love that you do the dishes.
I've done them twice today.
No, I just very much
Yeah.
appreciate that about you. But, okay, I have like 2 things. One is your love for learning, and 2 would be how supportive you are of me. So I think it's so incredible that like you are constantly learning something, and whether it's in YouTube videos or Reddit or Twitter or whatever, but like you do want to learn things, and your curiosity of just the numerous things that exist on this world, just I just very much so love that about you. And as we mentioned previously, like I do have a lot of dreams, and I just love new things and new challenges. And although we are learning like how you can also be my kind of guardrails, like, okay, that's a little too big, let's narrow it down. You are so incredibly supportive of me, and like champion me in whatever I want to do. You're like, you know, we'll make it work. Like, it's gonna be. There's not a set structure to life. There's no plan we need to follow. Like, we can go off course and do whatever. And so yeah, those would be the 2. Well, I guess 3, because also the dishes. My 3 biggest things that I love about you.
Oh, thanks, Fib.
And Beasley loves that. He hates thunderstorms.
Yeah.
That's really how he's feeling.
He got a bath this weekend.
Oh, you said the word. You
Oh,
said
yeah, he's
the
scared.
bad word.
We got yearly checkups, vaccines this week.
The fear. Okay. And I think Beasley says that that's in because he needs some cuddles, because he is going to die because of the storm.
Yeah, we might actually have to
So,
go like check the
thank
weather.
you.
'Cause this looks a little extreme.
Thank you all for listening today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and come back next week. Bye.